Hi everyone! I am celebrating my birthday here today with all of you. And I'm pretty excited to be here, but I'm super nervous. My heart's actually pounding right now. I've been waiting a long time to give myself this gift. And it's a gift of freedom for me. And I'm going to do it by setting myself free. I posted something on my page yesterday on my, like my cover, and it said, you're only as sick as your darkest secret. Well, I've been keeping a secret, and I've been suffering in silence for a very long time. And I'm smiling because I'm really excited to be free of it. And this was my way. I knew I wanted to talk about it publicly because I knew that in order for me to help people, and for me to truly have an impact and to perpetuate my purpose and my passion and my mission, I had to really crack myself open. And instead of, hi guys, instead of glazing over the surface of it, instead of just thinking that you're gonna read between the lines, I really needed to come on here and speak my truth and speak the darkest, deepest truth, the stuff that you really don't wanna say. And it's really hard to say. But I knew that in order for me to be free of it, I had to. And in order for me to be a leader and to have the integrity that I want to have, I needed to really get honest with myself and with you. And, my friend Charity Majors actually said something to me. You guys might know her. She's amazing. I was really worried about what to say and how to say it. And she said, whatever is meant to be heard will be said. And the people that need to hear it will hear it. And so I'm just gonna talk. And it was really interesting because then my husband, he said, Jennifer, because there's a story that I'm going to tell you that is something I really don't want to tell you. It's a really hard story. The stuff you don't want to admit to anyone. And he said the stories that you don't want to tell are the stories that people need to hear. Those are the ones that will impact them and change them and give people hope. And so I'm here today to give you hope. I want to give you hope because I've come through it. But I've been in the darkest places with this, that I have to tell you a story in order for you to understand. And because I'm going to give you a gift at the end of this. I'm going to give you the gift of hope. So most of you have known that I've been in the fitness industry for a very long time. I was actually counting the other day. I think it's like 13 years. And fitness was really beautiful for me in the beginning. In fact, it helped me come through a really bad marriage. I left a really, just came on, sorry. And it was really beautiful for me because it helped me empower other people. I found my purpose in it. It was awesome. I was able to open my own business. It gave me all these gifts, all this strength. And somewhere along the line, as I became more affluent in the fitness community, I became more well-known, I had more clients, I opened my business, it became very dark, like really dark. Because I felt like I had to keep up with this image. Like I had to look fitness perfect all the time. And that pressure was really hard on me. And I started to put my power in it, meaning like I wasn't good enough without it. And I couldn't have my business unless I looked a certain way. And clients wouldn't come to me unless I looked a certain way. And I wouldn't be able to provide for my daughter unless I kept up this appearance. And I was striving for perfection all the time. It was consuming my every thought. It was, stealing my joy, robbing me of happiness, and dimming my light. And it got really, really bad, really bad. And I kept getting all these compliments, right? People would just keep coming to me for help and advice. And I would keep making all this money off the way that I looked. I would keep standing on stages. I would keep doing pictures and photo shoots and fitness modeling because I kept getting all these accolades about what I looked like, not what I knew, not what I could help people overcome, not the motivation that I provided, not the knowledge of my fitness that I had. It was all about this. And so I just kept playing into it and perpetuating it over and over again until it became an illness. Until it became really dark. And I'm gonna tell you a story. So this is gonna be really hard for me. Hang with me. It was 6 years ago. It was around this time of year. And the reason I know it was around this time of year is because I remember walking out of the bedroom at night and there was Christmas lights. And I didn't have to turn on any lights, which I was thankful for because I didn't want anybody to know that I was awake. I was trying to be really quiet. And I was up again. Because I was hungry. I was starving, actually. I was cold, it was freezing, and I was freezing because I was so hungry. because I hadn't eaten anything, because I was completely anorexic at that time. And it was an anorexic bulimic cycle that just went like this. And I was freezing, and I got up, and I was already awake, and I was awake because I was so overtrained, meaning I was training so hard that my hormones were so out of balance that I couldn't sleep, and my heart would race every time I laid down. And when I mean overtraining, I mean really overtraining. Like hot yoga at 5 a.m., sprints on the treadmill, sprints on the hills, then an hour and a half workout with weights, like overtraining like that, daily, without rest, ever. Because I was chasing this perfect image of what I thought I needed to be. And I got up in the middle of the night, and I was cold, I was freezing, I was so hungry, and I wanted to eat so bad. Like, so bad. I wanted to eat. And I walked into the kitchen, and I remember being really mindful because I didn't want to open the silverware drawer because I didn't want anybody to hear me. I didn't want the clank of the silverware. It wasn't the first time this had happened, and it wouldn't have been the last. And I walked into the pantry again, and I grabbed the peanut butter off the shelf, and of course it was Adam's because I wouldn't bring myself to buy Jif, because at least if I knew I was going to binge on something, it would be semi-healthy. And I didn't have silverware because I didn't want anybody to hear me, and I literally ate the entire jar of peanut butter with my fingers because I was that hungry. The whole time I can remember tasting salt because I was crying. Because I knew that I needed the food so bad, but I also knew that I was gonna go purge right after I ate it. And I didn't want to, but I couldn't stop myself. Like, I just could not stop myself. It was this cycle, this miserable, horrible, dark, lonely, shameful cycle that I could not break. And it haunted me for years. And I finally decided to talk about it because that story was really hard for me. But it's really powerful because it's one of the moments I remember feeling the worst and the most helpless and the most shameful. And I knew that would resonate with people that needed to hear it. And that was my cycle for a really long time. And I knew that unless I shared that with you and I talked about it, that it would never really resonate fully with you, and I could never really be free of it, ever. But I feel much better now saying it. So thank you for hanging with me. But you know, as in this culture, this fitness epidemic, this fitness perfection epidemic's got to stop. Like, it is taking women's sanity. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen to men, because I know men watch women, the women they love, tear themselves apart by the way that they look, not being good enough, not feeling good enough, not being thin enough, not being curvy enough, whatever it is. Like, I know that you men watch the women that you love and you hate it, and you hate that we do that to ourselves. And I'm not going to say that you don't suffer from it, but I know that you're suffering with us when we do that to ourselves. But this epidemic has got to stop. I mean, it's got to stop. It's unattainable. It's unrealistic. It's not true, you guys. It's so false. It's false. And I'm on a mission to blow the whistle on it. I am. I'm going to piss off a lot of people. But I'm going to help a lot of people that need it. And that's my goal. And I know that this is not about me. This is not about what I have to say. I'm a vessel for it. But it's so much bigger than me. It's my mission, it's my stand, and I'm gonna perpetuate becoming part of the solution instead of the problem. That's my goal, and I'm not gonna stop until everybody that needs to hear it hears it. So, you know, as women, we're taught that we have to keep changing ourselves to be loved. You know, we have to, get our hair done, our nails have to be perfect, we've gotta work out all the time, eat properly all the time, look a certain way, not celebrate the stretch marks or the loose skin on our stomachs that gave birth to our children. It's crazy. We should be celebrating those, not hiding them. And I am fully committed to this, fully. And in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be going deeper and diving deeper into it. I'm going to be shedding light on all kinds of things that people are really not going to be happy with me about. I'm going to call out a lot of people and a lot of industries, and I'm okay with that now. I don't care what people think. I'm on a mission, and I refuse to be a part of the problem anymore. So I wanted to give this gift to myself for my birthday, but what I really wanted to do was share with you a gift for this time of year I thought would be perfect. And I have decided to take on what's called the Body Love Summit. And I went out and I found all these people that wanted to talk about this. Celebrities wanted to talk about this with me. Huge influencers in the fitness industry wanted to talk about this with me. I mean, authors, writers, all these people started wanting to talk about this epidemic and how they can stop it. 29 people wanted to come and talk to me that know way more than me and are way more influential from me. And I was so humbled and in such gratitude because it allows me to share this message with more people that need help out of this vicious cycle that perpetuates itself. And my goal is to create freedom from those chains and give you hope that you can come through it, because I did. And I'm not saying it's perfect. I still battle with it every day. I still have moments of addiction, believe me, and I have great spiritual gurus and leaders that helped pull me out of these dark times that I worked really hard with. But I am saying that there's freedom from it. And so this summit is free. And when I say free, I don't mean like there's a hidden agenda. There's no hidden agenda. This is my gift to you this Christmas, so that you can be free of, I don't know if you're obsessing about food, if you're thinking about it all day long, if it's controlling your life, if it's taking your joy, if you're over-exercising. I'm not saying you have to have an eating disorder to be a part of this, but it can help you kind of understand your patterns, and if you're obsessing over it or if it's consuming you in some way. And it's free. All you have to do is register, and you get access to these 29 live interviews. I do interviews with these experts, these celebrities, these people that are amazing, that want to talk about this, and authors and speakers and writers, news anchors. I mean, just crazy. And they're giving all of this to you for free because they believe so much in it, because they've had their own story. It resonates with so many of us. So many of us. So please tune in. Give yourself this gift so that you can start your new year with a beautiful new perspective and hope for change. So that you can start your new year with a different attitude of gratitude, right? And learn to really love yourself for what you are right now and who you are, because you are enough. This doesn't matter. This isn't power. It's a false sense of power and security. Get rid of it. Shed it. It's got to go. And when you learn to really get real and dive in is when you're going to have all those freedoms. So I truly believe that until we can learn to completely love ourselves, we cannot love anyone else in that way. And I think that when you learn to love yourself, it raises the vibration. It allows you to connect in relationships that you've never been able to connect with in that way, and deepen them and solidify them and move through things together and create bonds that are everlasting and beautiful. And I think that's what we're missing in this world, is connection. And I truly feel that a lot of it is because a lot of the focus is just on the exterior. So, I can't believe I got through this. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps someone. If it helped you, please let me know. If you're in this cycle and you need help, message me. I'll help you. Register for my summit. I'll put the link here. It's free. No hidden agenda, I swear. It's just help. Okay, guys, I'll put the link here. And if you have questions for me, please let me know. I'm going to go live tomorrow in my group, in my Fit in 5 group, solely to answer questions about this live. So if you really want to dive in with me, I'm an open book, and I'll tell you anything you want to know. So you can join me live there, okay? I love you. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for listening. I hope this helps you.